Good morning from sunny Cēsis, Latvia. It's Saturday 31st of May, time is now 9:50. And this will be the last riding day on this adventure. Today evening I need to be in Tallinn for the ferry to Helsinki, back home. But I'm trying to get the best out of this last day as well. There is this new section, I think it's new section, the central section in Estonia. It's about 122 kilometers from here, so I will take the fastest route to the beginning of that track and then ride that as much as I have time. That is a completely new track for me in Estonia, and I think if I can complete that, then I have maybe ridden 70% at least of Trans Euro Trail Estonia. But alright, now it's time to hit the road. Welcome along again. Alright, here we go. Actually this Cēsis is maybe one of the favorite cities here in Latvia for me. Somehow really idyllic and this kind of historical place. There's a huge castle which I still leave for the next time. But somehow I really enjoy being here. So big recommendation to visit this city. Now look at this nice gas station. I started to have a little bit of fuel anxiety. And like you can see, I filled more than 18 liters in my 19 liters total capacity. But alright, let's continue. It's still 43 kilometers to the start of the trail. We are now approaching the border between Latvia and Estonia. And here it is. And like that we have arrived to Estonia. Okay, we have now reached Trans Euro Trail Estonia. It goes this way. 192 kilometers to go of this track. It basically started a couple of kilometers earlier. I have roughly 6 hours before I need to be in the harbor in Tallinn. So let's see if we are able to complete this track. I didn't do any scouting how this trail looks. Like, is it this forest roads only, or is there something, let's say, more technical parts ahead as well? But we will see. That's part of the adventure. Alright, the first a bit smaller road. This could be even faster trail than the ones I rode yesterday in Latvia. I have now done more than 40 kilometers in less than 40 minutes. Let's see if this is this kind all the way. If this continues like this, then we don't have any issues to complete this within today. But again, the weather and the scenery is extremely nice. Alright, first single trail type of trail here. I can imagine in the summertime this will be quite overgrown, because already now the vegetation is quite high. Just when I was about to complain about the easiness of the track, then we ended up to this mud place. Which is of course no surprise in Baltics. Alright, we got out of that much. Then back to these straight gravel roads. And the tires are clearing, like you can see, the mud is flying out of the treads. Alright, the first riders in 1 week on the trail. These small dark clouds are now dropping a few raindrops on me. Let's hope that there won't be any more rain today. At least in the forecast there wasn't any. Yeah, this could be interesting if it would be wet. Alright, almost on the clear. This was a bit challenging, I have to say. A lot of mud and then those kind of dried out ruts. Okay, there I see pavement. Alright, we have now reached the 100 kilometer marker point on the trail. That means that we have covered already more than half of this section. Time is now a bit more than 2 o'clock, so that means we covered 100 kilometers in roughly 2 hours. Which is quite fast on any Trans Euro Trail, because I even had a couple of drinking breaks there, so average speed is roughly 60 at least. But yeah, like you have seen, these are mainly these kind of very simple, fast gravel roads. There's been only those couple of more muddy places in between, and they have been quite short. 300 meters, and then we have completed this section 1, or the central section of Trans Euro Trail Estonia. Let's have a short break here at the intersection to figure out what to do next. This is now section 4, which would continue that way. But yeah, let's have a break and figure out what to do next. I don't have much time. 1.5 hours before I need to be in Tallinn. So we managed to complete the section 1 of Trans Euro Trail Estonia in roughly 4 hours. 200 kilometers, including a couple of longer breaks, so that was quite fast. And like you saw, it was these straight basic gravel roads the whole way. But yeah, now we have about 30 minutes time to spare, so let's continue a bit this section 4, and then once we reach this Haapsalu maantie, then let's turn towards Tallinn. Good, but that's the plan for the final kilometers. Yeah, this is more that kind of trail what I'm expecting always from Trans Euro Trail Estonia. Really nice. Alright, so this will be the final unpaved road that I'm planning to ride, because then I'm reaching Haapsalu maantie and then I will turn towards Tallinn, Estonia. Yeah, this is the quarry. Rummu quarry. This is quite beautiful place. Okay, so this is totally underwater and time is now such that I really need to turn towards Tallinn. So let's not take any risks. I will leave this for another day. But yeah, beautiful place, beautiful place. Now that was the perfect ending for an awesome adventure across the Baltic countries. Now I put the harbor here in the GPS. It says I will arrive there a bit after 6 o'clock, which was my schedule. So I think now is a good time to end this video and video series.
All winter this ride existed only as a dream I hope to be able to fulfill. Out here in the Baltics, the dream became reality and even far better than I imagined. From muddy trails to fast gravel, from bucket list places to evenings in beautiful cities, it all came together perfectly. The Baltics offered more than just awesome riding. It offered life-lasting memories and experiences. And those are what I'm taking home with me. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed this adventure as much as I did. See you again in the next one.